There's so many unknowns that the situation has changed hour to hour, and all we could do is wait and see what time brings us.
And as the hours pass, the news only gets worse inside a crippled Japanese nuclear reactor. Good evening. I'm Erin Kiernan.
And I'm Dan Winters in for John tonight. Another day, another losing battle to bring the damaged reactors under control. Workers went back inside the plant after a radiation surge forced them to evacuate last night. The plant was first damaged by last week's record earthquake. Another fire inside a reactor has released more radiation into the atmosphere. Despite days of radiation leaks, though, officials say there is still no danger outside of the evacuation zone around that plant.
Those rates in Tokyo and other cities have increased very slightly, but the levels are not dangerous to human health.
U.S. troops have been ordered to stay at least 50 miles away from the crippled nuclear plant.
Japan's nuclear crisis is causing international concern. Elevated levels of radiation are being detected well outside the 20-mile evacuation zone. Channel 13's Janae Town has the story.
I've been watching it from day one.
First, the destruction and rising death toll. Now, like so many others, Ken Kearns is focused on the potential disaster at a nuclear power plant.
It's a very serious situation there. But it's very manageable.
Kearns works at Iowa State but trains people around the world on how to respond to radiation emergencies just like the one in Japan. He's part of the International Atomic Energy Agency headquartered in Vienna, Austria. While the nuclear plant is releasing radioactive materials, Kearns says right now there is no immediate public health risk, but there could be over time.
Where there could be effects is long-term effects from just chronic exposure to low levels of the radioactive material as it's ingested and inhaled and incorporated into the body.
It's just one more thing to make people worry.
James Rosenberg moved from Des Moines to Tokyo for work less than a month before the quake and tsunami packed a 1-2 punch.
And my own way of coping with it is just keep going, keep doing what I'm doing, do whatever I can to help, and keep my fingers crossed, hope for the best.
But all the talk of a nuclear meltdown isn't helping calm the nerves of a country already in a state of emergency.
The unknown is probably the scariest part, but what we do know is that the plants have been engineered in a way that they're containing the material the way it's expected to be.
Yet as the situation changes by the hour and day, so does the level of danger.
It's a very difficult situation for the people of Japan, and the only thing we could do is pray for them that they get through this.
Janae Town, Channel 13 News.
There is growing concern about the potential of a nuclear meltdown on the West Coast, but Kearns says most experts agree that the health risks will not have much impact on the United States.